Welcome back to the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross Series and the HK Powersports New England National. A great day of racing at Rockingham Park in Salem, New Hampshire, located about 35 miles north of Boston. There's plenty to look forward to on the series, including the Nielsen Enterprise Grand Finale at Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, March 19th through the 21st. It's a 3-day snowcross celebration, and in the past, it's been the place where many of the points battles have been decided. Who can forget last year when Levi Lavalle and Garth Kaufman were tied for the points battle going into the Pro Superstock Final. Levi prevailed, but that's the kind of racing you can look forward to.
As a rider, I can tell you, Lake Geneva is a unique course. It's built on a ski hill with some of the most challenging steep terrain on the whole circuit. Huge uphills, major flyaways on the downhill. This is something the riders look forward to and love.
Well, if you can't get to the event, watch the live stream. There's a link for ISOC Racing at versus.com. Lots of fans on hand today, and Misha Johnson is out among the snowcross fans here in New England.
So what is it about snowcross racing that you guys love so much? I mean, you come out here rooting for the racers. What is it about this?
Just loud pipes and people pounding the hell out of their sled.
Right on the line, you get the butterflies in your stomach, and then as soon as you take off, they're gone, and then it's just whatever goes on from there.
He wants to race, he wants to ride. Since he was a year, he's been throwing his legs over the handlebars of his little trucks, so he's ready to go.
I like the big air that they get and the horsepower.
Absolutely.
And obviously the smell of two-cycle oil, which can't be beat.
I like that it's a lot like motocross. There's lots of passing, lots of jumping, and it's actually louder and faster than motocross, so it's pretty intense.
Some pretty awesome athletes, right?
Yeah, athletes, there you go. They say they're not. A lot of people argue they're not athletes. Drivers in cars ain't athletes, they are. It's a lot of concentration, a lot of physical, a lot of knee, a lot of elbow, a lot of wrist.
Absolutely.
Trust me, when you get old, you're like, oh man, if I could do that again. One more time. Woo-woo! Get on your tracks and make it fast.
LCQ time, Caterpillar Pro Superstock. 5 drivers move on, Paul. The rest are done in Superstock racing.
Boy, this is like a mini final here, because remember, if you aren't one of the top 5, you're going home. All you got to be is top 5.
And racing already underway. You see him coming out of the transition. That has been such a tight area for starting all weekend long.
You know, it's hard to even get 3 wide there, let alone they're trying to come in 4 or 5 wide. It just can't be done.
Well, it's Patton out in front. Poirier, one of the RMR riders that makes some of the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross Series races throughout the year, doing some battle with the National Guard Polaris of Brett Bender.
Boy, those two are just banging off each other, 1 and 2. Check that out.
Well, the rest of the field working through the flyaway on the back portion of the racetrack. Limited laps here, so you want to be in the top 5. Patton still out in front, Bender in second, Poirier in third.
You know, you want to be in the top 5, but you also want to win, too. There's no points to transfer, but just to see how you stack up against the competition.
Look at Poirier working Bender on the corner down there. Tried to go on the inside. Brett was able to hold him off. He's still in second spot as they come once again through the back portion of the racetrack.
You know, this outside line here on the Air Force Flyway seems to be much, much faster. Look at Bender just reeled in Patton.
Patton looks over his shoulder. Bender is right there. Zach able to hold on to the position as we complete another lap, but he has got his hands full. Zach Patton out of Christian Brothers Racing in first place. It is going to be Bender charging hard.
Boy, Bender's all over him. Look at that. Cuts inside, puts a block on him, but now look at coming back, bar to bar.
And we talked about the outside line. Bender taking the outside. Patton on the inside, no doubt the outside faster.
You see that Patton had a little trip. There's a little mini double before the big double going into 3, and you trip over it. It's gotten everybody that's tried it.
So let's reset the order. Patton out, or rather Bender out in front. Patton in second, Poirier in third. Man, it was great racing in the back part of the racetrack there.
Just again, now we got Bender on the outside, Patton on the inside. Watch Patton now. He's going to come and he'll slap right there. See that slap? Scrubbed off the speed. Bender's on the outside, went right on by him.
Well, he makes the pass, so he is out front as laps count down here in this LCQ. Bender, your leader, Patton in second, and now Steve Taylor, another one of the Warnert Skidoos, up into third place.
You know, as I said, you really want to show your hand and see what you can do against your competition, but it's an LCQ. You just have to make the top 5.
And we said the rest of them go home. You've got to be in those top 5 to keep racing. The checkered comes out. Bender will take the win, Patton in second, Taylor in third, and here's the rest of the qualifiers that will move on and those that will go home.
All right, everyone, I'm here with Brett Bender's mechanic, Jared. Now, Jared, everyone wants to know what goes on when the racers pull off the track and they come back to the trailer. What are you guys doing up here to the sled?
We go through the whole sled, nut and bolt everything, make sure everything's tight. Check the chain, put new reeds in it, make any suspension changes or carburation changes that we have to do to make the driver happy. And
So what's the number one thing that you feel like you have to fix when you come back here?
basically just looking everything over, make sure there's no cracks or on anything, and everything's in one piece and ready for the final, and it'll stay in one piece.
When the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross Series roars back, the Superstock Showdown is on the line. The same sleds you can ride off the dealer's floor are on display. See what they can do in the hands of Tim Tremblay.